Ladies and gentlemen, and all our friends around the globe, and you wonderful Desis out there. My name is Anshul Kumar from United States, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all out here. But before I get us started, a happy Eid to all of you. Be blessed, safe, and have a wonderful 2024. It's my absolute pleasure to invite you to a most electrifying podcast called Desi Vibes 360. We will have some juicy conversations, some fun banter, and a few noteworthy discussions out here. Desi Vibes 360 will take you to a fun ride through Desi culture, politics, sports, entertainment, and everything in between. So please brace yourselves for the dynamic duo of wit and charm, my dear co-hosts, Sourin Rao and Arun Singh.
Thank you, Anshul. Sare dosto, parivar walo, Eid Mubarak. Many happy Eid blessings to you all. Anshul, hope you're doing well. I know this week, I wish everybody is safe and sound in New York and New Jersey area. We had an interesting week and weather-wise in the US for sure. After the earthquake in Taiwan, we had 4.8 on Richter scale yesterday in New Jersey and New York. Before that, we had 2 feet of snow in New England. And then now we've got, big solar eclipse coming up here in the US in many states on Monday, which there's expecting millions of people congregating in New York, Niagara Falls area, and Texas, especially in Dallas area and Indiana. So a lot of people would be out there. Be safe out there. Have fun. Be safe. But just an interesting weather week in the US for sure.
Hi, everyone. This is Sourin. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish my friends and all your families happy, healthy, and safe Eid. Again, what Arun mentioned, I hope my friends on the East Coast are safe from the big earthquake and there were no damages or no injuries.
So today we are going to delve into sports and talk about cricket. ये तो आपको पता ही चल गया होगा. Can you make a guess? Okay, so guys, listen to this first. So yes, my friends, you got it. We are doing a IPL Cricket 2024 review just for 2 weeks right now. After that, we are going to talk about MS Dhoni's rumored retirement, and we're going to do a debate on that and provide some inputs. And the more juicy topic is Pandya's getting booed by cricket fans. So let's get started. I would have picked Mayank Yadav, the speedster from Lucknow, my favorite city for obvious reasons. Yes, he's the fastest bowler ever now with a speed of 155 kilometers. But my favorite player coming out of the ranks in the last couple of weeks, what I've been seeing it, is Shivam Dube from Chennai Super Kings. His strike rate has gone up in the last few years from 119 in 2021 to 158 in 2023. And this year, he's already playing with a strike rate of 151. That is huge. Hats off to him and kudos to CSK leadership for grooming him to be an ace player of the team. Let's keep a watch on him. But on the other front, if I have to pick one of my disappointments in IPL in the last 2 weeks, that will be Rohit Sharma from Mumbai Indians. Still early days, Sourin and Arun, but seems like he's in some different zone these days. He has scored 69 runs in his last 3 games. I don't know what's going on with him and Mumbai Indians. Seems like he needs some guidance from Nita Ambani. That's what I feel. So, Sourin, what's up, my friend? What's your take on IPL this year?
IPL is getting bigger and better with every passing year. The current valuation of IPL is at 11 billion. In comparison, if you compare it to sports in the US, the NFL valuation is at 145 billion. So still fledgling when compared to the NFL, but it's growing leaps and bounds. There have been rumors that the Saudi king wants to invest in an IPL franchise or bring IPL to the Middle East. We don't know how far that's gone. But IPL TV rights were sold last time for around 6 billion. Again, in comparison, NFL is 110 billion. 15 years into the season, and IPL is become this huge tamasha, this huge entertainment. Whether you like, my cricket's purest friends don't quite like the IPL because it's not the purest form, but you cannot discount the entertainment quotient of IPL, and it brings a Super Bowl to your living room every night for about 12 to 14 weeks. About 250, 300 million people, or even more, watching all across the world. So this in itself is a huge event. Again, it may do disservice, to the purest form of cricket. But in terms of entertainment and, nail biters and cliffhangers, I think it does. There is a lot of tamasha that happens in the IPL. In terms of a surprise player from me, Anshul mentioned he plays for the Lucknow Super Giants, and he, to me, is a surprise player of this season. And I have not watched too many games this season, but whatever I've watched, this guy is really impressed. His speed is in the excess of 150, so around 155, 156 kph. And another player also I'll mention is, in passing, is Raghuvanshi from Kolkata Knight Rider. He's a great prospect as well. Again, I've not seen one matches because it's been during the weekdays. But in passing, I watched one shot from Raghuvanshi where he hits a reverse sweep over the keeper's head for a six, and he's a 17-year-old kid. That just blew me away. From a disappointment standpoint, what has been most disappointing for me is the entire RCB, basically the management, or rather the mismanagement, right? Ambati Raidu was on some program, and he said that he attributed this directly, bluntly, to Kohli, because he said Kohli has a lot of say in who they pick and or who they drop. RCB, I was hoping they would win the cup this year following their women's team, but they have not retained good bowlers other than Siraj and Alzari Joseph. They have no bowler of repute. They have let go of players like Michelle Stark and Chahal and some of the other good bowlers. So they have a completely depleted account. And like Ambati Raidu said, mostly if the top 4 or 5 guys go, who is there to win the matches at the crunch situation? It's either Dinesh Karthik and the kids who represent the team. So they have been a big disappointment. Hopefully they'll still turn it around and bring it back. Another piece of trivia, Sheshank Singh, he's a player for Punjab. He was chosen by accident by the Punjab team. He's 31-year-old player from Chhattisgarh. But he scored 61 on the other day in the match against, I think it was Delhi or some other team, but he against Gujarat, and he won the match for Punjab Super Kings. So something that was done, look at fate, look at the irony, something that was done accidentally made him a superhero. One piece of trivia, this is for the audience, right? Not for you guys. Kohli is the Indian player who has scored the maximum number of runs, roughly around 8,000 runs for the RCB. Can you guys tell in the comment section below who is the second most scoring Indian player? Not AB de Villiers, not Faf, but Indian player. So that is my take on the IPL as we delve into the other topic.
Are you talking about T20?
Sorry, I should have clarified that only in T20. I said RCB, so yes, T20.
Yeah. Okay, great.
All right, Anshul and Sourin, yes, the IPL is a carnival. Definitely, it's a cricket mela that comes to India every year in March, April, and it's just fun to watch these games. I don't get to watch all the games, but usually, the last few hours of the matches are pretty close, so it's fun to watch them. The season started with obviously some fans wanting Virat Kohli to win his first championship, and a lot of fans wanted to have Dhoni winning the championship in his last season. But none of that has happened so far. At least the performance does not show that. The team that I like the most this year is KKR. They've got some explosive batting lineup with Narayan, Russell, Rinku, and that's new kid Raghuvanshi. So, I mean, if they click, they can take out any opposition for 250 plus runs. And if they don't click, they could be out, 120, 150. So it's just trying to get them consistent. And now I've seen, they've got Gautam Gambhir in the dugout. And so that should help because Gambhir brings seriousness. Speaking of seriousness, I mean, if there's a competition between Gautam Gambhir and Sunil Narayan, it's like who smiles the least? I don't know who's going to win that. Have you guys ever seen those guys ever smile? I mean, Gautam looks pissed off all the time.
Gautam Gambhir, hands down.
These are serious guys.
So they're a good team to watch out for. Stark comes in and gives them a good bowling experience. So I'll be looking forward to see how they perform this year. Of course, how can we not talk about on the surprise side is Mayank Yadav. Actually, I was in the office and I saw a headline. Mayank Yadav throwing down 155 kph delivery, and I was working and then I was looking at it and I'm like, it's got to be a typo. Is it Mayank Agarwal started bowling now? Or is it Umesh Yadav just misspell? And so I was not sure who's the right player. I thought it was a typo. So after that, I checked it out, and sure enough, this kid from Delhi, playing for Lucknow. I mean, he's got some speed, and he's got a smooth bowling action. But can he stay injury free and hype free? Because as you can imagine, once you hit the radar for 155 plus, everybody will be talking about it. So hopefully, he's got some more variation, because we know that Umran Malik, same thing, 155. But if you don't have any variation, I mean, these days you're coming on the offside with that speed, they'll park your ball all day over point with a cut and flick off on the leg side, on the mid wicket to fine leg region all day. So you have to have some variation. So I think it's also caught the attention of cricket fraternity. I saw Stuart Board sending a text to Stephen Smith about, look out for this lad. He's going to be out there tormenting you guys at the end of the year when India goes to Australia for the Test series. So certainly, it's caught a lot of attention from all the fans and cricket players themselves.
If he continues to perform the way he's done in the first few matches, what do you guys think? Will he be fast-tracked into the T20 World Cup, you think?
For me, I think it's too early. I mean, he's got to play at least 10 matches in IPL to see, because now, they'll start doing the homework on him and see, what's his, how they can counter his pace. And, when you throw that delivery of those speed, I mean, depends how the body holds up, because nobody knows much about him. So I would say a little too early, but you never know.
Sidhu, in one of the matches, he was talking about exactly the same thing what Sourin is mentioning. But he was also of the point of view, and the way Sidhu talks, right? So he clearly mentioned he should be included in the T20 World Cup for India. But you're right, it's early. These are early days for him. He needs to prove himself. He needs to prove himself with the consistency and the outcomes, what he's trying to get out of his bowling.
I mean, to be honest with you guys, if I'm BCCI, I just have a big retirement party for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli and send India under 25. I mean, we have so much talent, all these young guns.
Yeah.
Why do we need all the guys? They've just been there forever. So anyway, that's my take on the first 2 weeks, guys.
Okay, very good, very good. So guys, let's switch gears and let's talk about everyone's favorite and my favorite, obviously, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, MS Dhoni. I'm not going to give a detailed description about who is Dhoni, what does he do, but coming from his very humble background, one of the most celebrated cricketers, not only in India, but globally itself. So what I feel about Dhoni is, over the years, he has transformed Indian cricket at a whole new level. He played the most international matches as a captain across all the formats. If I'm not wrong, that number is about 332. And of all those games, India has won 178 and lost 120. So great guy. He brings a lot of aura and charisma to the entire country and to the fan club out there. Exceptional leadership skills. He's renowned for these qualities, and under his captaincy, the Indian cricket team has achieved significant milestones, including winning ICC T20 World Cup in 2007, and then in 2011, and then Champions Trophy in 2013, I think. So great versatile player, comes with a lot of humility and approachability. Despite his superstar status, he has always been remained like very humble and grounded. He is known for his simplicity and approachability, both on and off the field. So I have a great admiration for this guy and the way he has run the team or led the team over the years. And he's coming up with his very soon. I feel that by the end of this IPL, he'll retire from cricket and doing a lot of other things in the background. So that's what I thought I'll just share over here. But Sharon, what is your take on Dhoni? What do you feel that he's planning to do after his retirement? What's your gut feel out here?
Yeah, I mean, everything that superlative that had to be written about Dhoni has already been written, said, extrapolated by various news outlets. With that being said, I don't think Dhoni will ever leave CSK. This is my personal opinion. He will be there. Let's assume he retires this season. He will be there in some capacity, either as a mentor, like what Sachin is doing for Mumbai, or Dada, Saurav Ganguly is doing for Delhi, or what Gambhir is doing for Calcutta Knight Riders. So he will be there, either minority, equity in CSK, and he will be the mentor. Plus, Dhoni, you have to remember, is a pretty sharp businessman as well. He has multiple business ventures. Now, I remember reading that he started some movie business in the South as well, movie production house in the South. So he'll keep busy, or if not anything, playing golf. He's a pretty good golfer as well. So with that being said, I think he'll be involved as a mentor for CSK, and will continue to have a big say in how they shape the team, how they select players, and how they grow the players from that standpoint. Arun, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more I can add. There's been so much said about Dhoni, but from an obscure employee of the Indian Railway to probably the most popular Indian celebrity right now. I mean, I'm thinking if they did a poll of the most admired and adored person in India, Dhoni probably would get 100% vote. Anybody who doesn't get vote, probably government's going to send ED to go investigate them to find out why the hell they did not vote for Dhoni. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot to add on Dhoni. It's just we're so lucky that all I can say, he was born in India and not any other country, because it's simply been amazing to watch him all these years. So as we get into the last segment, we talked about Dhoni's modesty and humility, and the cricketer we're going to talk about is anything but that. He's part of the modern social media generation, where people live off the views and clicks, and controversies seem to follow him. In this case, he did not go create this controversy, but nevertheless, he's in the middle of the controversy. And I'm talking about Hardik Pandya, when he purchased his playing rights by Mumbai Indians, and showed up to play in Ahmedabad, and the Boo Birds were out, and all the fans, they felt betrayed. And I think we'll see more and more of this phenomena in Indian cricket. We see this in the US all day, where the fans are more loyal to their franchise team than their own national teams. And they get very emotional and attached for generations. So I think we'll see more and more booing of cricket players if they switch teams in India. There's a whole lot of booing on. This is new, that's seeing an Indian player getting booed. Even Kevin Peterson on air, he said to Brian Lara, I mean, what can he do to stop this booing? And Brian Lara said, he has to play a cricket match for India in Ahmedabad. So this is a new phenomena. This is going to grow. It helps the TV ratings. You can imagine next time he goes back to play the match in Ahmedabad, all the television, they will be pumping up this match. More people would be watching. So I think this whole thing is new to India, sports in general, particularly in cricket, but it's not going away. So Anshul, आप ये सारे मंजरनामे को कैसे देखते हैं?
हाँ, मैं देखता हूँ इसको. Off and on, every time I'm looking into. I saw the Gujarat game. I saw the Mumbai Indians game partially. And every time I bring my eyes on the television, Arun, it's really sad. The way I could see the expression on Pandya's face. All these booing crowds during the team's game in Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. It's sad to see all these things. One aspect, and that's just Anshul. People should remember that which country these players represent. It's India, right? So fan wars should never take such an ugly route. But that's the way cricket is in India. It's a religion out there. It's not a sport. So they feel for it. And I think one area of one industry which is really generating a lot of revenue out of all these controversies is social media. The TikToks and Instagrams, the clippings and everything, the digital media, they are all raking revenue out of this booing part which is happening in cricket. I also saw in one of the games that there was a dog running on the field and the audience started calling him, "Hey, Pandya, run, Pandya, run." And I could see that expression on his face out there. Another one which was taken in a very bad taste. Pandya was telling Rohit Sharma, "Hey, go on the field, man, go on the field." People didn't like that. So that's the way things are happening. But it's a part of life, it's a part of game, it's a part of cricket. Sourin, what do you think?
Yeah. By the way, before I get there, do you all know who has the easiest job in the Mumbai Indian squad right now? Is the guy who removes the red ball marks from the bats. Nobody's scoring anything. They are so pathetic. So he has the easiest job. That was an attempt at a poor joke right there. But coming back to Pandya, my personal opinion, I am not a big fan of Hardik Pandya because I don't think he's delivered much for India, in the big matches when it mattered. He was supposed to be Yuvraj Singh's replacement as an all-rounder, leave alone Yuvraj Singh. I think Jadeja has done much more for the national team than as compared to Hardik. But, that is my personal view, but be it as it may, the Schadenfreude, right, which is a German word for fans taking comfort or taking joy out of Hardik's failure, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the booing. This is a private team that belongs to Ambani. So if they choose, whoever they choose, they can appoint as the captain, be it, Sachin Tendulkar or be it A.K. Hangal, right? I don't know if A.K. Hangal is alive, but they can choose to appoint whoever they want. But let's be respectful, let's be courteous to the players. Hardik, has delivered wins for Gujarat. He's capable. So let's respect what he represents as a sports, and let's not demean, let's not belittle our sports heroes, right? For these reasons. Ravi Shastri in Mumbai, I remember, was treated the same way when we were playing the Champions of Champions in Australia. They felt he was too slow, and people would throw stones at his house and pelt him. And I did not agree with that current behavior of the Indian fans now. So that is about Hardik Pandya, our IPL edition for this week. I will now segue into, hopefully you'll like it. Please provide your comments below what we can add more. As we continue through the season, we'll have more IPL seasons and reviews going on as well. But we have another exciting episode coming up next week. This is to talk about Bollywood and the clout of Bollywood. Is it diminishing? Is it going out? There have been mega buster movies that have been released, but is the quality of Bollywood movies going down? Right from the classics, from Gurudat, from Raj Kapoor movies to Amitabh Bachchan movies, right now to the current, Shah Rukh, Amir, Salman movies. Has the quality been going down? Has the OTT platform made any difference to Bollywood? So we'll discuss all that in a little detail. But please, share this with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. We are 2 episodes in. We want to have as many inputs as possible. Thank you. Good night. Good evening. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yep.